Saturday morning, man, it's like it's going to be another freaking scorcher. So, I hope everybody had a good 4th of July. I did. We had great dinner. And, yeah, man, just, you know, just hanging out for a few. I can't hang out for long. Anyway, so I'm fixing to head back down here and wrap up that cut. It's 8:30 in the morning. I got to stop and get fuel. I got to fill the mower up. I also got to get 4 gallons of ethanol free for the mix. Yeah, so that's pretty much the plan for the day. And while I'm out there doing all that, I'll get the 1,000 from them. I'll also probably going to go buy the 71 acres too. I'm going to be in contact with him this morning. Also, you know, I didn't need the skid down there where I'm at. I mean, that job was kind of like either way. You could have the skid or a lawnmower or two. If I knew that I was going to be doing it for sure by myself and I didn't have anything in front of it, I probably would have just taken the skid down there and done the whole job. But that ain't how it worked out. Well, the first thing was Cam was supposed to work and then he decided not to, and that was okay. Like I said yesterday, that was fine with me as long as I know, and I told him that. So there's no ill will or anything like that. When he came in Thursday morning, that's when I asked him, I said, hey man, so do you want to work tomorrow? I said, it's a holiday, you know, you don't have to work. I said, but if you do, I'll pay you a little extra, you know. And you know, I mean, he's 17, man. I mean, I'm 17 years old on the 4th of July. I got all my buddies going to the lake and shit. I'm going to the lake. It didn't matter. So, but he was enticed by the more money, but you know, he ultimately decided not to work, and that was fine. I didn't want to make him work or nothing, you know. So if he had worked, then we would have done, you know, the 2 that I did in the very beginning of the day yesterday, and we would have done all of that, and that would have been a day. Instead, he didn't work, so I did those 2, and then y'all saw I got, you know, 75%, 80% of the big cut down there done. But, you know, once I realized that I wasn't going to have to bring the skid down there, then I was good, right? Because I didn't know. It was pretty freaking tall, and y'all got to admit, that freaking Exmark, man, these Exmark machines, people can say whatever they want to say about Exmark, but they are one tough ass mower, man. I'm telling you, man. I don't know that, and I know there's gonna be guys coming with Skag's better, and this is better, and that's better. Well, I don't know about better. They might be equivalent, but I don't know that you can build a better mower than the ones that I have here. I don't know that it's possible, and I'm not basing that on what somebody's telling me. I'm not basing that on what I heard or what I read on the Google. I'm basing that on real life, or I said real life experience out here with these exact mowers. And y'all see these mowers catching, I mean, dude, they're catching hell from Ray Ray. And if they can't, I don't want it. Now, the Skag mower, I would say, is the second best. Cut quality and toughness, I would say they're right up there. Well, the cut quality to me is not as good as the Exmark, but I can work with it. Man, Exmark got all that plastic on it and all this and all that. I know, it makes it so much lighter, and they don't rust. I mean, y'all know I got one that's got 3,500 hours on it. And I got one that's got 2,500 hours on it. I ain't got no broke plastic yet. So I don't know what people are talking about when they talk about, you know, the Skags are built better. I've never had a problem with the build of either one of them, really. The Skag mower is built well. The Skag mower is heavy with all that metal on it. But the Skag mower is not nearly as comfortable. It doesn't cut very good backwards. And they're not as comfortable. I don't care. I mean, that's just me. And I'm qualified to say that because I have owned both. Please don't come in the comments and say, you know, Exmark's trashy and Skag's the best, and you've never owned either one. I mean, you know, that's the kind of comments, that's the kind of the comments that I get on when I start talking about a mower or two. So, I don't know. But I do know that these Exmarks will cut anything. Well, I mean, I ain't put it on nothing that it won't cut. I haven't. I gotta say, I haven't. And as far as that aftermarket belt, I rest my case, man. And I will put a thing up for the belt, because that belt's still on there, and we're gonna get I'll get a little clip of it this morning, showing it's still on there. If that belt, y'all saw what it looked like when I started. Here's a picture of it, and this is what it looks like today. Here's another picture of it. So, and I'm fixing to get right back into it. You got to know what your machines can and can't do. And once I put the mower on that lower part down there, and y'all saw the video yesterday where when I first got there after I cut the truck spot, once I got down on that lower part, I knew then that I was going to be able to cut it without the freaking skid. And then it was just about comfort level, you know. I mean, yeah. So on the video yesterday, I know that there's a lot of tax experts out there and all that. I know that. I know a lot more than me. I do what my accountant tells me to do. That's what I do. So we can say Ray don't file taxes. We can say Ray don't do this and Ray don't do that. How do y'all think that I've been in business so long if I don't file taxes? I mean, do you really? I mean, I mean, how do you think I'm a homeowner? I said homeowner in the county, and I don't do my taxes. It'd be stupid for me not to do my taxes, man. I get to write everything off. I mean, come on, man. And I guess, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I guess after 20 years or 18, 19 years of filing taxes for the business, that, and I've never had one issue ever. I don't know, man. I don't know. You know, I don't know how other states and does it or whatever. Like I said, I'm good at making money, and I'll leave all the government tricks to the accountant and let her do all that, because she knows every way to do it, and she's been doing my taxes for a long time, and she's been doing taxes for 30-something years, and she's expensive too, but she's a well-known accountant in my area. So just throwing that out there, I guess, because there's always gonna be somebody that's gonna make that tries to come into my comments belittling everything. And you know, let me tell you, man, you can't hurt me, man. Whatever you say in the comments, if I don't like it, I'll delete it. I mean, you know, be grateful that I'm putting content out, man, and ain't getting paid for it. But we're gonna go on and fill the mower up. Now, what I've been doing over here yesterday, y'all know that I did the Marathon gas station, and I got a undercover deal with them when I do the property over there about fuel. It's a little perk that I get, and I get premium unleaded in the mowers for the price of regular. So yesterday the mowers got filled up with premium, and of course they run better on premium. I mean, it actually does run better. But that's just a little perk that I get from the owners over there, because I do the lawn, and I spray. I basically traded spraying in for a good deal on gas. So guess what? When I pull up over there, every time I go over there to do every 2 weeks, I'm pulling up with an empty tank of fuel in my mower, so I can fill it up with premium for the cheap. But anyway, I got to get fuel, and yeah, I got to get mixed. I'm gonna be here a few minutes, so yeah, y'all. I'm looking forward to getting down here and getting on this one. You know, it's Yeah, I've been planning. Y'all know I planned all week for this to go down like this, where I'm able to, you know, do this yard or this bigger property here. I'm not really going, I don't know, man. Well, I try to plan for everything, and sometimes it don't work out. But if it don't rain, you know, we get caught up pretty quick. And then it'll rain, and then we'll get behind. And then if it don't rain for a week or so, then we'll catch back up. And it ain't been no week since it rained, but it's been a minute since the rain got in our way. Okay, y'all, so I'm here, and y'all see what all I got done yesterday. I got to cut this piece right here, but I wanted to show y'all the belt. And the belt, man, the belt's amazing, man. Let me pull it on where y'all can see the notch. Look, there it is. It's still there, y'all. If that belt makes it through this whole big cut, I'm sold for life, man. For real. I mean, come on. I'm sold for life, man. Because that belt right there, it was like that when I got over here the other day, and we're gonna run it until it breaks. Rather be today, tomorrow, next week, next month. That belt right there costs $39. They retail for over $100. My dealer sells them for about, for the Exmark belts for like $120. So now they don't sell the aftermarket ones. They do, but they're $75. But the ones that I get, they're $39. So and I'll put an image, a link or something up. So yeah. So now we're gonna get over here into all this. I put ethanol free fuel in it because I had to get ethanol free fuel, so I didn't want to swipe the card again. So yeah. Everything's got ethanol free in it. And yeah, let me wipe the lens off, and here we go, y'all. Let's go get it, man. And I did, this thing was a little bit low on oil, just a little bit. And I went on and topped that off, because it's catching hell over here, man. It's rough. And what you always want to do is you always want to make sure that these right here are not covered. When you're on stuff like this stuff will get covered, and then the fans don't want to work, well, they're not cooling nothing. And there's fans there to keep the hydros cooler. You're not going to keep them 100% cool, but yeah. I normally don't ride with my phone on the mower with me. There is an exception today, so yeah. Because, well, you never know, man. Something could happen out here, man. You never know, man, where I need a phone right away. Okay, so y'all see how much faster that was than yesterday. And that's because I ran through it really high. So And then we're gonna get in here and get some of this. I don't really know, have a good place to really put y'all. But y'all can see some of the, I'll cut all of this right here as I'm cutting this. But you guys can see some of the trails I made through here yesterday. And you can see them, hit them everywhere. So, got one little area down here, a little cubby hole that I gotta do. I'll take y'all down here real quick. There's a creek down here too. Okay, so every time that belt engages, I'm braking. Okay, y'all, so I think a pine cone or something done got hung up in here because the deck belt, well, the deck belt started making a different kind of noise, like a sweet gum ball or something done got wrapped up in there. And it happened while I was up around those pine trees. There's a lot of roots and pine cones. So I'm thinking that a pine cone or something done got wrapped up in the blades. Hard to tell right now, but I'm gonna crank the blower up and I'm gonna show you how sweet it is to clean the X marks off here, but get some of it. All right. And pick this plate up. Take the plate down. This is what's important, because this is the most expensive
thing on the whole mower right here, the hydraulic pumps and drive motors. So you got to make sure you keep that off. There's a fan right there. Yeah, so let me blow all that out too, man. Shoot. The belt right there, y'all. Good as new, man. Look at that. Y'all see that, man? That sucker's still going strong, man. Just want to make sure there ain't nothing, you know, hung up in none of the pulleys. So like I said, there's something right here. I don't know if y'all can see it or not. Doing the best I can. But right here, that's what was making that noise. That's what making the belt make that noise. See, piece of a pine cone, and that's all it takes to break the belt. And you got this already, so I mean, there ain't a whole lot of room to be playing. But I'm satisfied that that's what was causing the instant change in tone. So yeah, back to it. Okay, y'all, so that's a wrap, man. Look at that, it looks wonderful. It really does. So I'm amazed by the belt, though. Freaking belt right here. Look. Yeah. Ain't that crazy? It cut all of this, man. Everything, man. So yeah, I'm gonna ride around, take a few pictures. I'm gonna crank the truck up, let the AC get to kicking, and that's a wrap. Okay, y'all. So yeah, man, this one's all done. It looks really good too. It always looks real good when I get done. Something about those trees and stuff, seeing through them, makes it look so good, man. Okay, y'all, so this is how not to load a trailer. That's not how you load a trailer, y'all.
all right, y'all. So got that done. He Venmo'd me the money. I'm gold. Shoot. It's 12 o'clock. I got a little more time. It took me a little bit longer than I thought it would. You know, being the first time I cut it, you know, solo with a mower. If I'd have had a mower, another person on a mower, I would have made really good time. But it probably took me around 6 hours, man. And that's a pretty good while for a mower to be running. I went through a tank and a half of fuel. Yeah. But y'all saw I got everywhere, man. He said the damn place was like a state park, man. It looked so good. As I get around them trees, and that makes a big difference when you're cutting stuff like that, and you got all that growth around the bottom of them big pine trees. Get as close as you can to the pine trees. It's even worthy of spraying around the bottom of them or weed eating it if you can't get a mower in there.